There's a saying in the world of mergers and acquisitions: deals don't fail because of numbers, they fail because of people. And I can tell you, that is absolutely true. This is the story of one of those deals, the kind that looked perfect on paper, but almost collapsed under the weight of ego, culture, and human misunderstanding. It was the early 2000s, and our company was in the middle of an aggressive expansion strategy across Europe. We had identified a family-owned business in Poland, a company with deep roots, strong market coverage, and a loyal network of growers and distributors. So strategically, it was exactly what we needed. And Poland at the time was just months away from joining the European Union, and this acquisition would give us access to low-cost local production, a gateway to the Russian market, and a strong foothold in Eastern Europe. In our eyes, it was a must-have deal. But as I quickly learned, the best deals on paper are often the hardest to close in real life. The owner of the company was an old-school businessman, traditional, commanding, and deeply proud of what he had built in this company. He did not speak a word of English, and most of his management spoke only Polish. That alone introduced a barrier that went beyond language. It created distance, suspicion, and a sense that we were truly outsiders. To make matters even more complicated, the financial data room, prepared by one of the big four accounting firms, was missing important information. When we asked about it, we learned that the owner had personally decided not to share certain details. He said, "It's not relevant, but you know, in M&A, everything is relevant." It was clear that he did not fully trust us. In his mind, we were the big multinational trying to take advantage of his life's work. And you know what? He wasn't entirely wrong to be cautious. On our side, it was not just managing an external negotiation. I was also navigating internal tension. My leader at the time was a tough and very difficult businessman with a personality that filled every room he entered. He had what I would call a win-lose mindset. If the other side did not feel defeated, then it was not a win. And that approach clashed completely with the Polish owner's personality and expectations. Both men were strong-willed, both were proud, both were used to being in control. And so the most sensitive point in the negotiation was not the valuation, though that was contentious, but the future role of the owner. Under the proposed deal, he would stay on as the managing director for 1 year to ensure a smooth transition. My boss wanted strict control and tight reporting lines. The owner wanted autonomy and respect. Every time we thought we had a breakthrough, another argument would bring us back to square one. At one point, our team managed to align on the valuation. We had finally agreed on the numbers, assets, projections, EBITDA, future forecast. But the real obstacle was not in the spreadsheet. It was in the space between those two personalities who simply could not find common ground. Meetings turned tense. Translators struggled to keep up as tempers flared in two languages. And slowly, the trust that has taken months to build began to unravel. After yet another heated exchange, my leader announced that he was ready to walk away. The deal, after months of work, analysis, travel, and sleepless night, was about to collapse. And for the first time, I realized how fragile deals really are. Not because of what is written in the contracts, but because of what is not said between people. That evening, our negotiation team gathered in a small hotel conference room for one last brainstorming session. We were exhausted, frustrated, but none of us wanted to see that opportunity disappear. We asked ourselves, what if the problem isn't the deal, but the bridge between the people? That's when someone on the team proposed something different. Instead of forcing the two leaders to coexist directly, we could introduce a neutral element, someone who could bridge the gap. We reached out to a candidate, a Polish professional with multinational experience, fluent in English and Polish, who had a calm, diplomatic demeanor. We proposed that he become the managing director under the new structure. The link, let's say, between the owner and our headquarters. It was a bold move, and honestly, it was our last shot. When we presented this idea to both sides, something shifted. For the first time, both the owner and my boss seemed relieved. The owner would no longer feel overshadowed. My boss would have the oversight and structure he wanted. It was not a perfect solution, but it was a workable one, and it saved the deal. That moment changed how I approached every future negotiation. The acquisition went through just a month before Poland joined the European Union. It opened new markets, strengthened our regional presence, and became one of the cornerstones of our European growth. But beyond the financial success, that deal left me with profound lessons about leadership, culture, and also the human nature. Because what almost broke the deal was not the valuation or the due diligence. It was ego, trust, and also misunderstanding. Here's what that experience taught me in lessons learned. Number one, numbers close transactions, but people close deals. The data room, the financial models, they're only half the story. The other half lives in emotions, pride, and perception. Number two, culture eats strategy for breakfast. You cannot impose corporate culture overnight. Respect local customs, communication styles, and values, or risk resistance at every turn. Number three, ego is the silent deal killer. No one wins in a negotiation driven by pride. The best leaders know when to step back and let the solution, not their personality, win the day. Number four, trust is the real currency. Without trust, even the best valuation means nothing. Building trust takes patience, listening, and cultural humility. Number five, leadership is about building bridges. Sometimes the smartest move is not to fight harder, it's to find the bridge that connects two worlds. In this case, that bridge was a person, the neutral managing director, who gave both sides confidence and respect. Looking back, that deal taught me that M&A is not about mergers and acquisition. It is about merging perspectives and acquiring understanding. Spreadsheets may tell you what a company is worth, but only people can reveal what it means. What they do not teach you in business schools is that a human factor, ego, emotion, pride, can turn a billion-dollar opportunity into dust or into a long-term success. And that is the paradox of leadership in M&A. The closer you get to the numbers, the more you must understand people. Because at the end of the day, deals do not fail because of numbers. They fail because of us. Thank you for listening to Through the Journey. Every story shared is a reminder that growth never stops. And that's exactly what drives us at Intech Consultant, where our global experts help businesses grow, innovate, and transform. Don't forget to subscribe, share this episode, and visit intechconsultant.com to learn more. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Until then, keep pushing your journey ahead.